or things that you remember that you kind of take with you now that free agency has started? And really, Peter Schrager, you said something interesting earlier in the production meeting. How about you take this opportunity not only talk to young free agents, but young college kids, guys that were in that same position? You just talked about how stressful it was. And now you being a man in your early 30s and having lived the NFL life, I would like to give you the stage to talk to these guys. You could talk to us. You could talk to the camera. Some of these young 21-year-olds that feel like this is make or break. And I think now, as I hear you talking, you realize it wasn't make or break. And I wish that somebody would have told me that. Like, I don't have to be that stressed out during this time. So I'll just give you the stage and let you talk a little bit.
Yeah, well, doing the commencement speech was one of the, it's top 5 most humbling positions I've ever been in. And to speak in front of my peers, my alma mater, and 50,000 plus people, it's different from playing football.
For sure.
I mean, this is not a regular interview. This is a commencement speech. I have my robe on.
Yeah.
I ended up, before this, I'm already nervous. And our chancellor brings a guest to speak to everybody, and it happened to be Mel Gibson. Wow. So I'm sitting on stage like, I got to follow up with Mel Gibson.
William Wallace?
Really? He brings in somebody else for a guest, and it was Vince Vaughn. So we're clapping for Vince. I said, I got to follow both of these guys.
Amazing.
Like, they're ruining my day.
That's like,
yeah, man.
It's like going after Vince Carter in the dunk contest.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, come on, man.
Vince Vaughn was tough.
Oh, my gosh. It's funny. Everybody likes him, but you still crush him, man.
Well, I appreciate it. But, it was so humbling to talk and give a little inspiration of, my short period of time of being away from college, being the youngest commencement speaker to do it at Liberty University. And I talked about a lot of different things. I talked about faith. I talked about failure and how they're married together. And if you counsel them right, how beautiful it can be. I got a chance to talk about love. I got a chance to talk about overcoming adversity. And I got the chance to talk about how to overlook politics, especially the kind of society that we're living in today. And I think a quick short story to talk about politics and things. One time, my dad came to pick me up one time from school, and we played hooky. He took me to the beach. It was cold, so we did not go in the water. We had pizza on the sand. It was a good, intimate time. Took me home. When I get home, I take off my shoes, and I pour the sand on the carpet. I'm in my room. My mom comes in the room and be like, Shadi, what are you doing? Where's all the sand at? Where's all the sand coming from? I'm 6 years old at the time. I don't know any better. And so I look up, and I'm nervous. I'm like, uh-oh, I can't tell my mom that we just played hooky. So my dad walks in and puts his hand on my mom's shoulder and says, Deborah, I got him. So she walks off. My mom's name is Deborah. My dad looked at me and said, son, I'm proud of you. I said, why? He said, because the way that the earth shifts and the moon rotates brought that sand to that very beach. You took a piece of that sand with you. Therefore, you changed the world, son. I looked at him, I said, that's kind of weird. But it's a cool idea to think that I could change the world. The older I get, the more I realize how cool it is, but in order for me to change the world in that fashion, how methodical it would be for me to go every day to that beach, take a scoop of sand back home before it impacted the beach where you can make a difference. But together, collectively, if you, me, anybody who can hear me, goes to the beach and picks up a shoe full of sand, all of us together, regardless, then we can actually make an impact that the world can see it. And so with all of those degrees that you have, collectively doing something special. And that's one of the messages that I gave amongst many. But I think that's something that can staple regardless in politics.